What's going on, you sexy beasts? Welcome back once again to another edition of Drathamus Gaming. The SOE, the Sony Online Entertainment keynote for their SOE Live, their convention where they show off all their games and stuff, just went down, and with it included a bunch of news about a whole bunch of other games, and this one kind of small game called Planetside 2. So I'm going to be talking about Planetside 2 for just a little bit. I'm just going to go down the list. I took some notes, kept track of everything that they announced for Planetside 2, and what the general consensus is of the beta right now, and a release date at the end of the video. So we're going to be starting off with player-created items and assets for Planetside 2. They're going to be using a system called Player Studio, in which Sony allows users to create items in all of their games. It's going to be starting off with EverQuest 2, go into EverQuest, and then make it to Planetside 2. They did not state if Player Studio is going to be available for Planetside 2 at release or not, but it's going to be a strong possibility it'd either be at release or very, very soon thereafter. So the way that players earn a big high five for this is going to be the 40% profits returned from item sales, and the players get to keep the title to it. So Sony's not going to rip it out of your hands and say, tough luck, it's ours now. They're actually going to allow you to keep the product or keep the intellectual property for it, while also allowing you to earn some money, if the item sells, of course. Another one of the things is the big community collaborations. This is the one thing that I'm loving from Higby and T-Ray. They are really, really big about listening to the community, listening to fans, videos they make, all that stuff, which me making videos for Planetside 2, I guess I'm kind of included, and makes me feel kind of good about it. So one of the big things is going to be the Planetside 2 wiki. There have been over 67,000 pages made just from the player base. That's had no touching from any of the developers, which sounds pretty crazy that everybody comes together and a better thing is made. So there's that. And then with the launch of Planetside 2, Higby and T-Ray, once again, being the awesome fan lovers that they are, Planetside 2 is going to be incorporating YouTube and Twitch API, which within game you can push one button and bam, you're making a video or you're streaming to Twitch. It's just that simple. That is pretty awesome. There's no having to set up any outside or external software or anything. You just bam, hit a button and it goes to wherever you're signed in. That simple, which sounds freaking awesome. Another big thing for Planetside 2 is the player base for Planetside 2 beta is currently bigger than Planetside 1 ever was. So obviously there's a lot of people playing this game. And name reservations was a big thing that was brought up. It's going to be currently given to all people of Alpha Squad, and we will be getting an email shortly if you have Alpha Squad about name reservation, which should be given before November 15th. And I believe that's also going to be the last day that Alpha Squad is going to be sold. So if you want to get Alpha Squad, then go ahead and pick it up now when you still got the chance, because after the 15th of November, it's not going to be there. So with that, the new continent of Amerish is going to be coming out, which just blew my mind at how it looked. It's going to be hilly, rough, it's going to have lush grasslands. It's a completely new color palette compared to Endar and Esamir, as this has like purples and yellows, but not sandy yellows, actually bright, vibrant yellows. This place looks like we're going to be in a fantasy RPG shooting people, which is kind of crazy compared to how bleak Esamir is, or how sandy and dirty and dusty Endar is right now. So it's nice to see that nice kind of wave of color palette. It's not all the same freaking thing. It actually has a smooth transition, and it looks pretty sweet. There's also, with continued support for the game, there's going to be 3 new contents. There haven't been anything shown or which each one is other than names. So there's going to be Cirrus, Osher, and Hassan. That's about as much information as I can give you guys. That's all that they said. But there are going to be more continents on the way after Planetside 2's release. Just the 3 that are going to be coming on the release are going to be Esamir, Endar, and Amerish. So continued support after launch, more content, and bug fixing. That's going to be just those more more continents in the content. There's going to be some more guns, which they've said that they're going to be doing, instead of like a couple of guns every other like week or so, it's going to be like 10 guns in one big patch and just throw them all at you at once. And with the player created items, there's going to be more camouflages, more armor, a whole bunch more awesomeness coming out, even after the games are launched. And there have been new vehicles. That's already been stated. The big thing is going to be the buggy, which looks like it's going to be a 3 to 4 man like dune buggy kind of thingy. I guess closest thing would be from Battlefield 3, their dune buggies, which are only 2-seater, but this one should hopefully be more. These have been talked about before in the Command Center little podcast that Higby and T-Ray does. And these could possibly be carried within a galaxy. It would either be a Lightning, the light tank, or a buggy, or possibly some flashes, be carried actually in a galaxy, other than just people. So we're going to have galaxy drops, freaking tanks and shit from the sky. So that's pretty cool. There's a snowmobile, so it's just a Flash with snowmobile butt and then the little ski front, which that's about all I can say. And then there's going to be a treaded Sunderer, which looks like it's more bulky and stronger and looks more for snow map, so Esamir would probably get a good benefit from that. And then Outfits 2.0 is going to be pretty sweet. There's going to be allowed uniforms, specializations, decals, browsing, and recruitment. So decals, you're going to be able to stamp that on your gun if you have a certain avatar for your guild, or your outfit rather. You can put that on your gun, on your character's chest, helmet, vehicles, put it on a base you just captured, wherever, just to put your name out there. And the big thing that's going to be freaking awesome is a mobile app is going to be able to be used. There's player sites coming out now that are going to be allowed to stat track and allow for outfit recruitment to be really big, and outfits being a large part of the game, such as Devil Dog 666, and I'm losing myself. Anyway, player-owned bases are going to be big too, which this sounds pretty ridiculous. You can build, design, and configure your own player-owned base. Bases can be attacked by enemies and will actually be in the world, and they're not going to be instanced. So if we're on Endar and I just have my own base chilling up at the top right of the map, somebody could just come by and bomb the crap out of it, and I wouldn't even know unless I was actually there and getting the crap bombed out of me. But that wouldn't be too fun. That's a freaking big thing there. An outfit can probably just build an entire empire on one map and then just defend that instead of having to do anything else. That sounds pretty sweet. 2 outfits going at it to take the other person's base. But the ending was the biggest part that everybody's looking forward to. The release date of Planetside 2 is actually a lot sooner than I was expecting. With Alpha Squad, they said that it would be November 31st at the latest. So we had that range, and I was assuming either early December or by 31st at the latest. I wasn't expecting it to be November 20th. November 20th is going to be the release date for Planetside 2. That's barely even a month out, or a little bit over a month. Math is sometimes difficult. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it was informative. That's about everything that I got from the SOE Keynote. There's going to be a couple other panels that are going to be going over these next couple of days discussing the rest of Planetside 2 and EverQuest 2, Free Realms, all those SOE games. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, favorite, comment it, get the name out because I know you're sexy. And you guys have a great night.